We all make mistakes, right? No one's perfect. Well, except me, right? Just kidding. I'm Blair Ballin with the Ballin Real Estate Team, and today I want to talk about the 6 mistakes to avoid in buying a home in Phoenix, Arizona. Number 1, hiring the wrong realtor. So how do you find the right realtor? Well, there's a bunch of things here. You could look online, Google, Facebook, Yelp, wherever you go, get a referral from maybe a friend that recently bought a home. Whatever it is, once you're in the process, it's kind of hard to back out. You can in some states, no penalty sometimes, but if you can't, you're stuck, right? So how do you avoid that? Well, doing as much due diligence as you possibly can up front to make sure that this is someone that you trust, get along with, communicate well with, know that they're going to negotiate on your behalf, and they've been in the business long enough to give you, the opinion and trust that they're going to do the best possible job for you, and they're going to be there for you. They're going to work their butt off to make sure that you get the best deal possible and you get the home of your dreams. Number 2, offering list price. Now, in a seller's market, there's kind of different rules that get to be played all the time. But in the market that we're currently in, if you're just going to offer list price, probably a mistake. Now, not every situation is like that, and every home is different, every situation is different. But if you're just going to offer list price, be prepared for a not so good response, because a lot of other buyers are offering list price or above. So make sure you discuss with your realtor to figure out what could be best and make sure that you give yourself the best possible chance of getting the home of your dreams. Number 3, waiving inspections. Who does this? Well, let me tell you what. Unfortunately, a lot of people. I'm hearing more and more about buyers waiving inspections on homes. Now, let me tell you, I get it. I understand. In this market where there's multiple offers and, crazy offers above list price, we got to figure out what to do to get our offer, so it stands out, right? Well, waiving inspections, that's not something I recommend. I think it's a huge mistake because that's kind of the safeguard to make sure that the home that you're buying, which is probably above market value, that you're not getting stuck with a lemon. So, to each their own, but please don't waive inspections. That's a huge mistake. Don't do it. It'll cost you in the long run, in my opinion. Not worth it. Number 4, not being flexible on your terms. So again, as market conditions start to, get more towards normal, these might not apply as much, but they should always be important, is how can we be flexible with our offer? What if the seller needs to stay in their home after closing for a little time? Part of hiring the right realtor does their job to find out what the seller's looking for, so then we can structure our offer accordingly. And then from there, we've done our due diligence to make sure we're presenting the best offer, we're being flexible with our terms, and we've presented the best offer that we can. Number 5, highest and best. So what does this mean? As someone who was involved with foreclosures back in the day and banks always asking for highest and best, which was so annoying. Remember, highest is obviously price. So if a home's listed at $300, what's your highest offer? But many times, it's the best part of it that's actually more important. Are we going to be flexible on our terms? Waiving inspections, which I say no to, as you already heard, but waiving the appraisal contingency, giving the seller some time after closing to stay, paying the seller's closing costs, whatever it is, that makes up the best. And remember, that a lot of times is actually better than even the highest offer. Because if the seller gets what they need out of it and what they truly want, if they're looking to buy a home, they need extra time. Let's give it to them if our schedule and needs match that, and then give them that chance to give our offer the best possible chance. Number 6, and the last mistake to avoid, days on market. I see and hear so many buyers who are like, that home's been on the market X amount of days, whether it's 14 days, 21 days, doesn't matter. And they're like, that must mean the seller's super motivated in this market or any market or whatever. Or it's been on the market 3 weeks and no one else is looking, so I'm gonna take my time to write an offer. Well, let me tell you what, in relation to the first thing, it doesn't matter how long it's been on. That doesn't mean anything as far as motivation or lack of. That's just a result of something. And how do we really know that's the accurate number anyway? Maybe it was on the market, under contract, fell out, maybe there was a renter, yada yada, blah blah blah. Who knows? Who cares? Look at it as if it's the first day. Maybe there's some data points that we need to kind of analyze, but days on market isn't one of them. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't play into negotiations. And then, in relation to the second part, is if a home's been on the market 3 weeks and you think you can kind of wait around because it's been on the market longer than it should, let me give you a little hint. When you end up being interested in the home, someone else usually ends up being interested in it too. So if you're gonna wait and then you're like, no one else is looking and no one else has written an offer, I'm gonna take my time, someone else is usually gonna step in and take the home away from you. Don't let it happen to you. So, thanks for watching. Remember, these are the 6 mistakes to avoid in buying a home in Phoenix. And with any other questions that you may have or questions about these, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Hopefully you haven't run into these kind of mistakes before and these help you avoid them in the future. Thanks again for watching. Blair Ballin with the Ballin Real Estate Team. Have a fabulous day.